Sincere and sensible children of class 8, I am back again after a while, definitely, because I truly believe that sometimes breaks re-energize ourselves and then the outcome also improves, it becomes better. So this time not going to talk about the environmental effect and the human harm or inhuman harm. Instead, I will suggest that keep yourself warm because the winter is taking our charm. Yes, it is really a biting cold going on nowadays. So children, it is very important now that we start revision work, and for that I have chosen the chapter chemical effect of electric current, which is also destined to come in your next term exam, your annual term. So boys, let's start the revision, and I hope that this revision will certainly going to help you a lot. So children, this is a class of compact 10 questions, but the questions are really very different and high order. So my first question is, in which of these is current not conducted by electrons, not conducted by electrons? So options are copper, aluminium, tap water and mercury. In what do you find similarity? That there are three elements, copper, aluminium and mercury, which are metals, and then there is a liquid also, which is your tap water. But tap water is given. Tap water is what? It is electrolyte or non-electrolyte? Yes, it is weak electrolyte. Children, you know that the tap water has dissolved minerals in it. That is why it is not like the distilled water, which is a bad conductor of electricity. So one thing more is your knowledge is required here, that why it is told that the conducted by electrons, not conducted by electrons, because in metals what happened, the electricity flow through particle to particle by the conduction method, and this is your called this type of flow of electricity is done by the electrons, which is a negatively charged particle. But when we are talking about an electrolyte, because in the chemical effect of electric current we need an electrolyte to generate the chemical effect, so here tap water will be the right option, because the tap water will dissociate into ions, and that's how the through the ions electricity will be conducted, not by just electrons. I hope you must have got the solution. So the question 2 is, a positively charged body has what of electrons? Deficit means deficiency, loss, excess means sufficient, balanced means enough, and none. So positively charged body, it is asked here. So looks like that confusing, because when we are saying positive, then we think that okay, it will be having something extra, because positive means something added. But here positively charged body means it has lost its electron, children. And when it has lost any negative particle, the positively charged particle, which is a proton, becomes more. Naturally, a positively charged particle will be a deficit of electron. It is a cation, and in cation electrons are lost. Question 3 is, electric current is the flow of particles with a negative charge, a positive charge, both positive and negative charge following opposite to each other. Then the last option is either positive or negative charge depending on the material. Yes, it's going to be a new kind of question for you, and I am telling you how to think upon it. So children, here you will find more than one answers correct. Like an electric current can be a flow of negative charge, because if it is a metal, then the electrons, solid metal, then the electrons flow through electrons, and electrons are negatively charged. Then it can be a positive charge, because if it is electrolyte, then the cations through anions, means from the positive terminal towards the negative terminal the electricity flows, so it can be also a positive charge. Then the question option third has what in here, that both positive and negative charge flowing opposite to each other. This looks very wrong. Then the last option is either positive or negative charge. Yes, this is giving you option of the both A and B. depending upon the material. Yes, if you have a solid metal which is a conductor of electricity, because all the metals are very good conductor of electricity, then it will be just negative charge, because the like electrons will conduct the electricity and it will be a flow of negative charge. And in the case you have taken an electrolyte and you are trying to generate chemical effect, then it will be what? Negative charge, because a positive charge, then because the positive charge is what? Cation. Cations in the electrolyte, the electricity flow through ions, and this is your cation, and cation carry positive charge. So option D is looking perfect. What is given in the question 4? Just try to see. On passing electricity through copper sulfate solution, what happens? Copper is formed at cathode, copper is formed at anode, oxygen is formed at anode, and oxygen is formed at cathode. First thing is that where there is no question of forming oxygen, because it will dissociate. Copper sulfate is a strong electrolyte and it will dissociate on the passage of electricity into cupric ion and sulfate ion. So where is the question of oxygen? Just given to confuse you. So copper is formed at cathode, looks very right here, because the copper is what? It will lose electron, it will form cation, and you know that the cation is attracted towards the cathode. So I think that this is the right option, and you also will be agreed with me. Now question number 5, children. What I have tried to ask in the question number 5. Electric lamp glows due to what? When an electric lamp is glowing, then the cause of glow is what? Is it chemical effect or magnetic effect or heating effect or none? So children, you answer this. I am not going to tell you, because sometimes you also try to apply your scientific skill. Now the next question is your polythene is a conductor and insulator. Both conductor and insulator means both A and B options are right. It is asked here. Or none. So you know that polythene is a conducting material. No, it's a kind of plastics, and plastics are what? They are insulators. I hope you have got enough of hint. Now question 7. When electricity is passed through calcium nitrate, this is the formula of calcium nitrate, CaNO3 whole twice. Calcium nitrate solution, what is likely to be formed at the cathode and anode? So we will discuss the answer. What is in the option A? Option A is hydrogen, because it is very reactive than calcium. Do you agree with it? Do you remember the reactivity series where the calcium is placed much above hydrogen in the reactivity series? So hydrogen is very less reactive than calcium. In fact, the right situation. The question option 2 is calcium, because it is very reactive than hydrogen. Yes, it is right. Calcium is very reactive than hydrogen. It is right, but will it form at cathode? That I have doubts. I will clear the doubt. Then the question option C is hydrogen, because it is less reactive than calcium. Then calcium, because it is less reactive than hydrogen. So here hydrogen, because it is less reactive than calcium, will be right option, children. In calcium nitrate, the dissociation will be calcium. So children, to know the answer of this question, is very important that you have always the idea of the reactivity series fresh, and the displacement reaction also must remain fresh in your mind, because you know that the less reactive metals get displaced by the more reactive metal. Although hydrogen is not metal, but its behavior is metallic, that is why it will get displaced by hydrogen naturally when hydrogen is less reactive than calcium, so it will be displaced. So hydrogen will form at cathode, because it is less reactive than calcium. Now moving towards the next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Anode is an incorrect, you have to find, not the correct. So you will always remain alert. Anode is an electrode connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Then is this correct? Anode is always connected to the positive terminal or not? Just remember, pure water is poor conductor of electricity, that also I think that you have good idea that is it good conductor or bad conductor. I am talking about the pure water, which is also called distilled water. Then the third option is electrolysis is used in the refining of impure metal. That example I have already given you, that how the electrolysis is applied in the different fields of our life. It is one of the application of electrolysis. Ions can have only a positive charge. Do you agree that the ions do have only the positive charge? Because you know that what are the types of ion. So it looks what? Seems what? Incorrect or correct? Decide. Now put your attention toward the question number 9. Which of the following cells uses electric current to produce a chemical which of the following cells uses electric current to produce a chemical reaction? Okay, when you have to produce a chemical reaction, then what type of cell will be used here? That has been asked. Will it be a dry cell or solar cell or electrolytic cell? Or both dry cell and electrolytic cell. You know, children, that electrolytic cell is the voltmeter which is used to produce the chemical effect of electric current. So when we have to produce an electric current in the chemical reaction, so this will be the right option. Of course, I am telling you straightforward. Question 10. Why is the switch for an electric appliance in AC circuit I am telling, not DC, AC circuit always connected to the live wire? The question is this, and what are the options? Let's see. No current flows in the neutral wire. This is right or wrong? No current flows through the neutral wire. There will be short circuit if the switch is in the earth led. If it is directly connected to the earth thing, then the device can be switched off easily if the switch is in the neutral led. It looks right. The device can be isolated if the switch is in the live led. No, this is not right. This is right option. The device can be switched off easily if the switch is in the neutral led. This is the right option. So these are the 10 questions which I have discussed, and time to time I helped you to clear your concept about the chemical effect of electric current, and I will keep doing it in the future also. I am always there to help you all children. Ask help and I will be ready to help.